Fantastic. Again, I want you guys to know if you have any questions, there is a chat box over on the right, so you will just go ahead and type in your questions and we'll get to those as well. And then also, the partner support team is there for you too. So kind of tell us a little bit about the partner support team. Why would we call them?
Sure. We actually have a whole team of reps here to support our partners. So like I said before, I'm here as your main point of contact to help you grow with your partnership and really be successful. And in the times that you have product questions, billing, or anything operational, our partner support team is here to help, and they're available for you via chat and email and phone.
Fantastic. The next thing that we want you to know, not only do we have the people and the resources that we want you to connect with, and many of you have already, and we thank you so much, but Mindy's going to tell us about something that's overlooked, and I've learned so much from it, is the partner portal. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Mindy?
Yeah, so your partner portal is really your one-stop shop for anything you need partner related. So you'll log in and lots of links. There's a running banner that flashes across the screen with the most important updates that you should know about. But the portal will give you information on current promotions, rewards programs, learning resources, including becoming a certified partner in 2015. Marketing assets, so many assets which include guides on various topics, sell sheets and sales tools, best practice information, and if anybody needs help accessing their portal or navigating it, please call me.
Awesome job. Thank you so much. Again, if you have any questions, again, reach out to the solution provider account manager, again, Mindy, and our partner support team. Next, we want to also tell you not to forget, there's great resources that sometimes I know you guys don't have a lot of time, but you want to make sure that you look like the expert in your field. You want to help your customers. So go ahead and cheat after us. We love for you to repurpose our content or keep abreast on the new technology and marketing trends. And so check out our blog, and also on YouTube, you will find anything from you can send your customers there, how to send an email, about social best practices. There's so much out there on our YouTube channel, so do connect there as well. Great information that you can put in your email newsletter to kind of stay up and in front of your customer. And then also we have a Pinterest board, tons of them, that you can find constant contact guides to help you educate your customers and just to let them know that you are on top of things. Anything from infographics to constant contact guides like 10 tips to social media and much more. And don't forget, we want you to connect with us locally, but if you can, maybe reserve. We want you to come with us on Sunday, October 4th, and actually it starts, it should be OneCon for you guys, is 5th and 6th. ALEs, you can come in the day before, authorized local experts, and we are going to meet nationwide. Every partner, we'd love to see every partner here come to Las Vegas with us and meet our leadership team and learn about how we can help you grow your business, best practices, selling techniques, and much more. Now keep calm, because we did, that's right, we have one more person to share with you, and that's we're saving the best for last. We promised you that we would let you have a sneak preview of some product training. So we want to introduce you to our geek, which geek is the new sexy, you know. We call her Claire Taylor, and she is our new Midwest team for our customer training specialist. She's been going nationwide, and now our new claim to fame is having her in the Midwest doing local hands-on boot camps, so a deeper dive to help your customers optimize and be more efficient with their constant contact tools and membership. So today I'm going to switch this over to Miss Claire. The new sexy is the new sexy geek is the new sexy, and she's going to show us some great information about contacts. Believe it or not, it might confirm that you know. Oops, hold on here. My fault, gang. When you know, are you still there? We're still in there. Hang in there. Almost. And I'm switching. Why are you, Claire, not on here? Oh, there you are. There you got it. You're welcome.
Okay.
Get ready to rock and roll. So here's Claire Taylor, our new customer training specialist, and she's going to show you what people ooh and ah about in our boot camps on contacts.
Hey everybody, thank you so much, Paige, for that introduction. The geek is the new sexy. That makes me feel good. My role at Constant Contact is to train customers in how to use the products. What's fantastic is that the first 2 years I worked at Constant Contact, I worked in support, so I have an insight into the product that a lot of our trainers don't have. So I'm very excited to show you some things today that may not be earth-shattering, but they will help you help your customers. Specifically, we're going to talk about the search feature. Now, we do have the simple search here, and you can search for your contacts, or you can search email lists. Searching by lists can be very, very functional if you have, say, several hundreds of lists and you need to access just one. So we're going to be doing contacts here first. So we're starting in our contact screen. The simple search field here is where you type in a keyword and click the search button. What will happen is that the system will search different fields for that keyword. For example, the email address, first names, last names, company names, job titles, cities, and states. Those are all going to be searched. It will show up here as a result. And you may want to see their company name here. We have a feedback button down here at the bottom right, and we listen to our customers. They said we need to see additional information in our list results. So if you click the sprocket here, you can change the view. So instead of seeing the date added in source, I can see the company name and the state. Now, maybe you want to get Hollywood as a company name, or maybe you want to see further information. You can use our advanced feature right here. And this will allow you to add multiple queries or multiple filters to your search results. So let's say I want to see everyone who has a Gmail address. I can do email address ends with gmail.com. Then I can also say, you know what, I'd like the company name is Hollywood. And a third string could be postal code is 90210. So we're going to see all of our contacts who have a Gmail email address with Hollywood set as their company name in the postal code 90210. This can be very good for geographical segmenting of your list to do promotions. I'm going to click search, and I just have two, Jack Black and Morgan Freeman. And this is well and good. Maybe I want to take some of those filters off. These filters are saved until I move on. So to remove a filter, I click the X and X here. So I want to test all of my Gmail accounts to see, there we go, right here. These are all Gmail accounts. Now notice Amber has 2 email accounts with me. If I want to save these people to a list, I can sit here and click each individual one, and that will take forever. Or I have a handy-dandy box right here at the top of the column that I can click to select all the contacts in the list. Now if I want to save them to a list, I click Add to Email Lists. Here I can create a new list, Gmail addresses, create, and apply. And this will create a list. And I get this nice pat on the back. Hey, good job. Email list was created successfully and updated successfully. Now if I want to check that out, I can click on the Email List tab here on the left-hand side to change my view. And if I always want to come back into contacts with the list view, I can make the email list my default view. Now if I scroll down, I can find my Gmail list. And I have some options that I can do from this screen. One is to favorite that list or to star it. And you'll notice when I star it, these lists on the left-hand side recalculated. So the Gmail list will move up and float to the top as a list I used often if I want to star it. I can also edit the list name by clicking on the pencil. And then to the right, a little trash can. That will allow me to delete the list or the list and contacts. I can also see right away how many people are on the list. Now to dive down into the list, I can click Gmail addresses and it will bring up my contacts. Now we're going to go deep into a contact record. I'm going to click on Amber's name here. You can see I saved her constant contact email address instead of her Gmail address to the Gmail address list. We have a lot of ways to edit information in this screen. At the top, there's no edit button, but we have what's called one-click editing. If I want to give her a title, I just simply single-click on her name there, and now I can add a title for her and click Save. Makes it very, very easy. Scrolling down, I can add another email address, or I can edit existing email addresses. Let's say I don't want her on this Gmail list because that's not a Gmail account. I can do that, and if I want to come down here, I can simply start typing, and it will allow me, it will pre-populate all of my lists that it's predicting that I'm going to use. So once I add that list on there, once the system gives me a fit, voila.
So Ms. Claire, you're
Gmail.
saying that we can have up to 3 different email addresses, and we can put different email addresses on different lists, correct?
Correct, that's absolutely right.
So if I have one client that has 3 email addresses, am I paying for those 3 email addresses or just the one contact?
Just the one contact.
Fantastic. Rock and roll. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. So I can add additional contact information here, and this is why it's so important to upload as much information about a contact as you can, because you can start searching by different information. I can add 4 different physical addresses. I can add 5 different types of phone numbers. I can add custom fields. For example, I could add a custom field, spouse name. These custom fields are searchable in the advanced features. So when I was running multiple queries, I could say, oh, I need all my contacts whose spouse's name begins with L. And Amber would be one of those contacts that would show up in the search results. Coming up here, I can see on the right-hand side my audience's engagement. Oh, move that sucker over. So here I can see every time Amber was sent an email, every time she opened it, and every time she clicked on an email. This can be very, very beneficial information on gauging your audience's engagement. If an email bounces, it will also show up here with the bounce category. If I want to add notes, I absolutely can. Save note, and I can see those notes start coming up here. So that is pretty much all I have for y'all today on this field. We're going to talk about some questions. So, Paige, if there's any questions out there.
All right, so any questions that you have, please let us know. We've saw some advanced features for advanced search, also the list capabilities, how you can view a list. We saw how you can change your list name and search for list or contacts, and then love the idea you can have more than one email address and put those email addresses on certain lists, and love to see the engagement as well for each contact. So if there's any questions, let us know. Ooh, here we go. This is a good one, George. Thanks for bringing this up. George asked Clara about tags. Can you give us some tips on tags?
Oh, absolutely. Sorry?
He uses those, and he loves that. He thinks that's a great feature. So,
tags are fantastic once you figure out what they are. When they first came out, when I was in support, we were like, how do we use these tags? And the best way that I found to describe it is that a list describes someone's interest and a tag describes the person themselves. So if you have contacts who are veterans, for example, you can give them the tag veteran, and what that will allow you to do is send out an email to your entire list narrowed down by the tag veteran, and then only people with that particular tag will get that email. That's one way to use the system, to use the tag feature. Another way is when you're looking at engagement, maybe you see someone has not opened an email in, say, the past 2 years or the past 18 months. You can tag them as uninterested, and this way you can create a super engaging email with a super engaging subject line to send out to those unengaged people to see if you can re-engage them back into your audience. So those are a couple ways you can use tags. Does that answer your question?
I
Make
think
sure.
I think he just wanted us to point out because it's something that he uses all the time. So George, thank you so much. And we have another question from Kathleen. Hey, Kathleen. She says, if we enter a physical address for the contact, is there a way that we can format this for labels?
I am so glad you asked that because that has been a customer request before. I'm going to pass that on to our engineers. There's not an integration currently with contacts like there is in our EventSpot software. You know, in our EventSpot software you have an Avery label integration, but you can export your contacts to a spreadsheet and then the spreadsheet can integrate with Avery. If I choose my contacts and I choose to export, I can choose what information to export. Perhaps just the address information.
Fantastic. And we do want you guys to know that, thank you so much, Kathleen. I'm glad that answered your question, that you do have, you know, Claire here, so please ask your questions. I think that you make sure that you point out to your customers there is a feedback button, as Claire can point out on the screen, that we're always listening to the customer and making changes. There are some things that Claire has. Will you share with us some of the things that we've changed, like, for example, the reporting?
Oh, absolutely. So our reporting used to be active for only 90 days. And 90 days was just not enough time to actively segment your list and go back and see what information people have. So when our system switched over, and if you've been with us for a couple years, you know we changed our contact screen significantly. When it changed over, now going forward, you'll be able to look back 5 years. That is a significant difference, 90 days to 5 years, and totally has everything to do with the fact that memory is so cheap these days. You know, I can fit the entire processing power of the planet and during the Cold War on my cell phone. It's just incredible how much technology changes. Another change we made when we changed over the contact system was the ability to hold contacts without email addresses. So you could have 10,000 contacts with physical addresses, social profiles, custom fields in Constant Contact, but you only pay for the ones that have email addresses that you're allowed to send to, and that's going to be this active number right here. So those are some features that changed when we moved over.
Fantastic. Hey, Kathleen, we also have a question from Carla. Can you explain how to get an autoresponder to send immediately instead of having to make the subscriber wait for a day? Is that something that we should take offline and send an FAQ with a link, or is that something you want to answer, hon?
Yeah, let's take that offline because I'm not set up to answer any autoresponder questions at the moment because we're currently changing that whole entire system. So if you could send me an email, I can get specific information to you. My email address, were we able to bring that up before?
We'll send it out so they'll have our directory too, and I think they've gotten it. So yep, there, she's got it. So not to put you off, but that's like a whole nother area that we could do lots of training on, and I think that's probably recommended. So we might do a product dive with you guys, another Midwest meetup about autoresponder. Okay, here we go. Can a client use Constant Contact for contact management, or do you recommend a separate software for CRM? And this is George. So do we say, hey, customer, just use Constant Contact for the CRM, or should we prefer another? And
well, George, I'm so glad you asked this because that was one of the reasons we made so many changes to our contact system. We are a simple contact management system now, and small businesses and nonprofits that maybe don't have the budget to purchase a CRM can use us as a CRM, and as I mentioned, we only charge for the contacts who have email addresses to send to. So it depends on the needs of your customer, but if they have simple needs, as far as what they need, just that notes field and then the different custom fields that I showed before, they can use us as a contacts management system, absolutely.
Fantastic. And I think whatever meets the needs. Again, we have some people that have bigger goals and bigger contact lists, so Salesforce is recommended, and of course we connect with that. And some people just use their QuickBooks. So again, a good question. It's a basic CRM. It has gotten a little more sophisticated, but if we made it too sophisticated, we think the normal user may not be intrigued to use it, or a little intimidating. So it is a great tool that's been improved. Okay, should we always follow Constant Contact's recommendation with removing contacts?
Does this mean deleting the contacts from the contact management system, or are you talking about removing from bounces?
And I don't know if I can unmute her. Hold on. I think, why don't you just kind of give us a scenario if it doesn't answer, give us a couple of your scenarios that you think that are good practices, Claire. And if it doesn't answer it, Tricia, then we'll do email or we'll reach out to you.
Okay, great. This is very important that you understand that if you delete a contact from this screen, from the contact management screen, and you delete the contact, when it deletes the contact, it deletes everything. You lose all the contact's engagement, you lose all of the contact's information. It can be much easier just to take out the email address instead of deleting the entire contact. Now when you use the phrase remove, remove actually comes from our reports in the bounces. I'm going to pull up a bounce report right now real quick. We're not going to get too far into bounces, but I want to point out these recommended for removal, and I think that's what she's talking about. The recommended for removal categories are going to include the non-existent, undeliverable, and suspend. Now you can spend as much time with bounce management or as little time as you like. Now some people have tens of thousands of contacts and do not have time to go through each contact to check the engagement, to check to see if that particular contact ever received an email. And for those people that we have that recommended for removal category, that will allow them to completely remove the contact's email address all at once by using that one-click process. Let me go back to it. So I can go to recommended for removal, select all at once, and then remove the email. What this will do is just unsubscribe the email address. It will not delete the contact, so you'll maintain all of the contact's information for free, I might add, and it will just remove the email address. So I think it depends on how much time you want to spend. Does that answer?
Yeah, I think that's good. And again, if we don't answer the question, we won't get to all of them. Again, it's 12:25, so we're going to do 5 more minutes, and then we'll kind of close it to the end. One thing I want to make is the recommendation, what you're just pointing, recommended for removal. Is that, how new is that?
Recommended for removal came with the new reporting screen. The newest feature here is going to be the suspended category, and that is a much longer conversation. Just know that those are ones that we recommend that you remove, and I can go into that further offline if anybody has pressing needs about it, pressing questions.
Well, I think what we're seeing is autoresponder is important, and maybe we do a deeper dive with about cleaning up lists, because I know that being in the field, we get that question often. So we're going to write that down. I have autoresponder down as another deep dive kind of scenario that we can have with Claire, as well as cleaning up your list.
Excellent. Absolutely. Great. I am willing to come and answer any questions y'all have. I am here to serve you guys.
Okay, so now we're back to, let's see. Oh, will Toolkit be able to show email results based on industry like prior? And I think you can show them the secret, right?
The secret.
Don't we have the industry?
We don't in Toolkit yet. It is coming. The thing is that not a large percentage of our customers are on Toolkit yet, so we're not able to pull those industry standards in because we don't have those statistics, because the majority of our customers are still in this environment, the what we call standalone environment. So Toolkit will have those come in. Remember, we have about 14 years of statistics to start feeding into this contact management for the reporting on this view. And I know that doesn't make much sense because it seems to be the same emails going out, but that's what the engineers have told me. So I'm going to pass that on to y'all, and I'm going to do some more research on that myself.
But don't you have a place where we can look at industry? I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. So here I am in my Reportings tab in Toolkit. I can click Help and Tips, and I can click Support and Resources. In the FAQs, I'm just going to type in Opens. And this will bring up a list of frequently asked questions, the average click-through, open and bounce rates, constant contact customers, and this will give you the chart. So if I went through that a little fast, anytime you go to our help, you can just type in a number 5409 or type in opens, and it will bring up that list of FAQs.
Fantastic. And this is a great question. Thanks, Jen. So I'll answer this for you. This one is, when should we call Claire versus partner support? Well, Claire is usually in the air, so that's probably best to call partner support when you have product questions. Plus, there's more of them than Claire. So right now, Claire is we cherish her. We drop her, parachute her in so she can teach our customers so they can utilize our product better. I mean, you can send emails to her, but if you want a quicker response, I would suggest to call our partner support team with it, or the 1-866 number with any of your product questions as well. Claire, do you want to add on to that?
Yeah, my turnaround time for emails is I'm not an immediate resource. Now, if you talk to support and you don't get an answer from them, you're welcome to contact me then. But I would definitely go to those support people first. They're going to be the first line of information right away. And then I'm more, not so much tech support or troubleshooting, I'm more just product knowledge. So depending on what you need to know and how quickly you need to know it. But for me, I do travel 3 weeks out of 4. So.
Hey, we just want to say thank you so much. We know your time is valuable. You are valuable to us, and we want you to, again, who are you going to call? We hope that you pick up the phone to the regional development director that's in your area if you haven't met them, so we can at least connect with you, learn about your business, and see how we can partner better. And also, make sure that you go to constantcontact.com events. Again, it's constantcontact.com. Thank you, Claire. constantcontact.com/events. This is where you're going to find out when we're in your backyard. You can come visit us, you can join us on a webinar, or you can also check out our product training, which that is what Claire does. So if you have a customer that says, I just want you to help us, and you don't have the time, send them to our Constant Contact boot camps, and she'll be in your area soon as well. Again, connect with us. We're here to help. We thank you so much, and we will do deeper dives with Claire. We'll come up with a better topic on autoresponder and how to clean up your list. And send us some information that you would like to have training on. We're here for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, and recordings will be coming on Monday, so we'll give you a follow-up for that. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.